Hello guys, my name is Jeff Cookie and welcome to the forest. So today we're going to take a look at our base. I made one before, a pretty big one, but I never took any rules into consideration, which I should have now. So here's my guide on how to build a base the right way. So first off, you have to think of where you actually want to build. I personally think that the best place to build is near the edge of a cliff, as on the edge of a cliff, as the mutants can't climb up the actual cliff, you don't have to build a wall completely 360 degrees around your base. You only have to build around to the edge of the cliff, which is really useful as it saves you a lot of time. And I also recommend building on a pond, as if you build right on the pond, you can constantly get food, as ponds constantly spawn fish, which is really useful, as you don't have to go out hunting for rabbits or lizards constantly, and if there's mutants surrounding your base, you can just walk onto your pond and get all your energy from there. Also, as a side note, for where you should build, I recommend building near a hill full of trees, as I stated this before, but if you build next to a hill and the hill is full of trees, it'll make log transportation 10 times faster, because when you cut the logs down, all the logs will just fall down towards your base. I built my first base on a beach. I do not recommend doing this because I find that mutants tend to go there more frequently, let alone it's open and easy to be spotted, and it also has a lack of food near you. So while building, always start with a hunting shelter. This provides as protection, as you can actually stand. I mentioned this before in a previous video, but you can actually stand on it to evade some you can evade some of the mutant attacks, but you can't evade all of them. Anyways, it acts as temporary protection if you're out of breath or something, which will save your life. Definitely, it saved my life many times. But you can also use the hunting shelters as stairs to climb over the walls, which I'll talk about later. If you go into your survival guide, you can go to where you build walls, and you can actually hit on the custom building thing, and that will show up platforms and stairs which you can build instead of just using the hunting shelter. Not many people know about that, so. When you're choosing walls, I currently recommend the basic walls. Mutants do not have the ability to climb over stuff yet, so you gotta use that to your own advantage. So spike walls are really useless because if they can't climb over basic walls, then why waste an extra log making spike walls? And basic walls are actually also useful because you can climb on them using a hunting shelter, and they are just low enough to climb over for you to also use as an entrance, which is awesome because now you have an entrance that mutants can't get into. And speaking of entrances, I do not recommend using doorways, because when I was building a doorway, I immediately discovered that it does not come with a door. So the mutants can just walk in, which isn't really what we want. Or maybe you do want mutants to walk in. But actually, just thinking of it now, doorways are actually cool because the mutants will walk in one by one, and then you can just take them out one by one. It's actually pretty useful when I start to think of it. But anyways, use basic walls and hunting shelters as an entrance. It's the best idea I've ever thought of. And yeah, that's pretty much it so far as when it comes to base building. There's really not much to it because the game's still in early access alpha and there's not really a lot added to the game yet. But eventually we're going to see huge towers up into the sky, and mutants will have the ability to climb soon, which is going to complicate things much more, and I just can't wait to get stuck into it. So thank you guys for watching. I really want your feedback on my videos, by the way, so comment all you want. It's really appreciated, and stay tuned for more. Once again guys, thanks for dropping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day.